In the last year, God has taken everything from me. My cars, my business, my money, even my family and the place that I used to live, which was a nice apartment. But He did it to teach me a lesson that even though I want more things, I want to evolve, I want to grow, I need to be grateful for the things that I have. And I wasn't. I was complaining about everything. You see, I was living in a nice apartment in Bay Harbor Island. I had my company, I had 2 cars, a motorcycle, I had a family, everything was going fine. But I was complaining. I was complaining that I didn't live in the place that I really wanted to live. I was complaining that the car that I had wasn't the car that I wanted. And I was complaining about my partners, I was complaining about my clients, I was complaining about my vendors, I was complaining about my investors. And then last year, God said, okay, Daniel, I'm going to answer your prayers and I'm going to take everything from you and you're going to restart again. The first thing He took away from me was my car. I had an accident with a water damage. Insurance paid off. I didn't have a car anymore. Then He started to take away my business. I was having problem to get the finance for the constructions. It became a situation where I had to leave my company after everything was done. And I left my company, left my investors, left my clients, leave it all behind with my former partners. Everything was going fine until the day I left. And then last thing, He took away my family. And also we had to move from the apartment that I was complaining to one even smaller, in a worse location, in worse conditions. But even though He has taken everything from me, just as I said, I was still complaining. Now I was complaining that I lost everything, that I didn't have anything, that everything was not going well with my life. I was still complaining about my work, I was still complaining. Now that I had just one car and my bike, I was still complaining. And God kept taking things away from me. Everything that I was complaining about, He started taking away from me again. He took away my car, He put me in this place where I'm living. I was not grateful. And because I was still complaining, 3 weeks ago, He sent me a new message. First, my phone was shut off. Second, I received an eviction letter that I had 3 days to pay my rent. And third, I received a letter from my bank, which I financed this bike, saying that if I didn't pay whatever was behind, my bike was going to be assigned for repossession. And at this point, I start asking God more things. But now I was asking different things. Instead of asking for physical goods like a motorcycle or a car or an apartment, I was asking for faith, strength, and clarity. And then things start to work out. But now I'm going to receive my clients here because I'm showing this house for them here in Hollywood. Very nice house. And I'll continue this story later. Nice showing, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house in Hollywood. They want to use as investment for Airbnb. I think it's very good. Hello, hello. Baltimore. Did you send the contract? Yes. Finally. Another one. And we just sold another house from our rent guarantee program. If you don't know how it works, is basically we find houses, we renovate the houses, we put a tenant in that house, a tenant that is qualified to receive Section 8 benefits, which is basically the government paying directly the owner the rent for that house, and we sell the whole package for the investor. And we guarantee to the investor 3 years of the net rent that we propose to him, that goes from 10% to 11.5%. Most of our clients are getting between 10.8 and 11.5.4 for 3 years, and after the 3rd year they can sell the property if they want, keep renting if they want, or we can buy back the property for the same price that they paid. So that's very good.
Hello.
Good morning, Gil. This is Daniel. How are you?
Daniel, ¿cómo tú estás?
Todo bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien. Para dejarte saber lo que está pasando. Él está hablando con otras personas para comprar la propiedad, ¿ok? Él propiedades. Y entonces no tiene mucho dinero, pero tiene dos personas que interesan en esa propiedad. Está tratando de reunirse con ellos para bajarle día 7 para acá.
Oh, ok.
¿Tú la sacaste del sistema?
¿Cómo?
¿Tú la sacaste del listing? Porque no la he visto.
Sí, the listing expired.
Okay.
I'm renewing it with the owner.
Okay, but I'm moving forward to see if we could do a contract. Okay?
Yeah, okay. I will talk to the owner what he wants to do, if he wants to list again or if he wants to. I believe if we receive an offer, he will sell it.
Okay. The offer's going to be cash, and I don't think we're going to have problem with that.
Okay.
I'm going to kick out continuum with them. They told me we're going to be moving forward to see those people. They got 2 people they interested. And you know how is that? They got about 6 or 7 people. They bringing the money down here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to Colombia to meet all those people.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be on the 17th, you said?
The 7th.
The 7th next week, 2 weeks from now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay, I call you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I have a client that is looking to buy a house in the market right now. Is so crazy hot that we're starting to look house off market. So I'm sending letters to several owners of houses that he would buy, sending an offer to those houses if they want to sell, to contact us. Sometimes we need to go after what is not on the market to make a deal. I'm in Brickell, the financial center of Miami. Behind me there's a Bank of America branch. In the same building we have UBS, Merrill Lynch, and just across the street there's a Citibank. If I go inside in one of those banks and ask them, look, can I borrow $400,000 to buy stocks from your bank that are publicly traded in the stock market, you know what they are going to say? No. They won't lend me a dime. But if I enter the same bank and ask them, can I borrow $400,000 to buy an apartment building? Probably they will lend me. Maybe even more than that. And you know what? Because the stock market is considered a risk market and the real estate is a safe market. And let me tell you why. The stock market is considered to have more risk because there's a higher volatility in their prices. And that means that the speed that the prices go up and down for a given asset is much faster than the real estate market. Think about it. Anybody can go to the stock market right now and invest $10, $100, $1,000. And if everybody is buying the same thing, the prices are going to go up. But the same thing can happen in the other way. Anybody can sell $10, $100, $10,000, small fractions of their portfolio if they don't believe in that stock anymore. And if everybody is selling the same thing, the price is going to come down. But in real estate, that is different because the volume of the transactions are higher per each transaction, $100,000, $400,000, $1 million, the market doesn't move as fast as the stock market. Of course, we are seeing right now rise in the prices of the real estate, but that's happening the last 10 years. So it takes 10 years to go through a process of valuation, and the only period that the market, the real estate market, actually lost value was in 1930 and in 2008. And what's happening right now doesn't have anything to do with 2008. Everybody that is buying their houses, they're living there. They're not buying to invest. They're not buying 5 houses simultaneously. So they're buying to invest. They're putting real money there. So that's why their price is not going to come down. And also we have the asset aspect. If you invest in a company, the company actually depends on the economy to grow. So anything that happens in the real world, in the economic world, will affect the company. Probably they are going to lose revenue and they are going to have loss and they are going to worth less in the next quarter or in the next year. But in real estate it's different because everybody needs a roof to live. Everybody needs a place to go. So Of course, if you have an apartment building and there's a crash in the economy, probably you're going to lose 1, 2, or 3 tenants. But at the same time, people that were living in apartment or in a condo that the rent was higher than what you're renting, or let's say if they owned before and they had a mortgage and they had to sell their property because they couldn't afford the mortgage anymore, now they need to rent in one place. So you are always going to have demand for an apartment building, and that's why banks prefer to lend if you want to buy an apartment building than a single family home. So if Bank of America and the big banks doesn't trust you to give their money to buy so you can buy their stock, but they trust you to give their money to buy real estate, what are you waiting for? As I was saying, things started to happen differently because I stopped thinking or complaining about the things that I had, and stopped of thinking of the things that I wanted, not as I didn't have them. I don't know if you can understand that. I watched a lot of videos about the secret or abundance and stuff like that. And when we strive to get something like really hard, and you need to believe this, and now that I went through all of those things, I do believe that those things happen, that the universe has an energy and we resonate with or against that energy, and depending on how we are vibrating, we are going to go against or with the current and the thoughts and whatever we want to achieve. And when you really want something, the message that you're sending to the universe is that you lack that thing, that you don't have, you don't want, you cannot achieve it. As when you just think it as a goal, as something that you want to achieve, you're not thinking at lacking. You need to start thinking that you are already that, and then you're going to do the things to get to those results. It's a different way of thinking of, like, if I want to be as I want to be one of the top real estate agents here in Miami. If I say that I want to be the top real estate agent, what I'm saying already is that right now I am not. And when you say that you are not, you are incorporating in yourself what you're really saying is, I am a mediocre real estate agent. When I say that I'm not on the top 10 or the top 100, or that I'm not a top real estate agent, what I'm really telling the universe and to myself is that I am a bad, or I am a mediocre real estate agent. And when you assume, oh fuck me, no, all wrong. She gave me all with long sleeves. I need to change it. I bought with long sleeves. I don't want long sleeves. When you, it's much easier to change your behavior when you assume the persona, of who you want to become, than saying that I want to become that. Let me explain. Let's say you have bad eating habits like I do, and you want to be healthy. If you say, okay, I want to be healthy, what you're really saying is, I am not healthy. So whatever you need to do to achieve the level or to become that healthy person, what you're telling your body, what you're telling your mind is that you are going to do things differently of what you do. So that creates resistance, because it's not your normal to be healthy, because you want to become healthy. So what I did in the last few months was that instead of saying that I want to be that, I start saying I am that. I am a good real estate agent. I am a multifamily developer. I am a builder. I am this. Because now I can do the things that this persona has to do, and I will say no to everything else that doesn't comply with that persona. If I want to be healthy, it's different. If I say that I want to be healthy or healthier, it becomes more difficult to eat healthy things because my mind's already set. I don't eat healthy things. I need to start doing them. And when I say that I am a healthy person, I only eat healthy foods, it's different because I'm already incorporating that. I already accept the fact that I'm a healthy person and I'm going to eat healthy things. And it becomes easier to say no to bad habits. And the same thing on business. So once I did that, I start doing the things that I had to do to incorporate on those personas. Selling real estate, developing projects, selling consulting, and in about 2 weeks, everything happened at the same time. I received a letter of eviction. I received a letter from the bank that they are going to repossess my bike. AT&T cut my phone off, and all of a sudden everything started to happen. I closed a deal, I closed another deal, and I closed 2 clients, consulting clients, and I closed another house in Fort Myers that I'm going to build. And I believe that happened, number 1, because I stopped complaining. Number 2, because I stopped thinking of the world as a place with lack of resource and started thinking about abundance there is for everybody, so I will get there. And things just started to happen. And I really believe that faith had a really good impact on that because I prayed and I prayed and I prayed a lot. I asked God, please God, please God. And my prayers were answered. And I feel amazing. And now I'm motivated, even though I have a flu right now. You can listen through my voice. I have a flu, but it's still, I'm motivated, I'm happy, and I want to do more things, and I will do more things. So now I'm focused in my body, my mind, and my business. That's it.